So as the title of the video suggested, I've put my beloved 2013 Audi Q5 for sale on the market. It's actually been on the market for a month or two now, but I started the price really high and I've slowly been dropping it. And I just set up my first appointment for tomorrow afternoon. And so now the reality of selling the car is becoming real to me. I didn't really want to make a video talking about the fact that I was considering selling this vehicle, or that I was, seriously listing on the market and trying to sell it, because I love the car so much. I've mentioned before that I've had 18 vehicles, and of the 18 vehicles I've had so far, the 2013 Q5 is my favorite. So it's a really great car. I've really enjoyed owning it. It's still in excellent condition. It's a really solid vehicle, but we've got a second baby on the way, and the car's already really tight with just one kiddo. So putting a double stroller in the back, getting 2 car seats in, the thought of trying to go on trips, this is our primary family vehicle, and so trying to do those things in the Q5 is starting to seem less practical. And so I figured I'd test out the market. If worse came to worse and we can't get a good price for the vehicle, I'd be happy to keep it. So kind of testing the waters a little bit, but now that I've actually got somebody coming to look at the vehicle, it feels very real. You can see that I just got the vehicle washed up and it is shining great. For a vehicle that's got over 90,000 miles on it and sitting here at 6 years old now, it's in pretty good shape. The paint's held up really well. It's a very clean vehicle, and one of the things I really love about Audis is that as they get up there in age, they're still really solid vehicles. So they certainly have a reputation for being somewhat expensive to maintain long term, but when it comes to just the quality of the materials that they use, top notch. So the interior looks really good, it's really solid, it still has a really nice new feel to it, and you kind of get that throughout the vehicle. Just looking at it, you wouldn't know that it had as many miles as it does. So really great vehicle in that sense, and really kind of dread the thought of letting a vehicle that's in such good shape go, especially because it's been flawless for us in the time we've owned it. We've had it for 30,000 miles and about 3 years and haven't had a single issue with it. I've done oil changes and that's it. It's been perfectly solid mechanically speaking, and it's definitely going to be a really great vehicle for the next person. Of course, I have mentioned before that one of my concerns with Audis is that as they get up there into the higher mileage territory, they can be very expensive to repair. And so that is one of the motivating factors for selling the vehicle is, getting up into the 100,000 plus mile territory. I know things are going to start to go wrong in the vehicle and they can really add up cost wise. So that's definitely a benefit, but really when it comes down to it, it's primarily the fact that it's not going to be the best vehicle for our family as we grow. Now with that said, I'm starting to think about what the next option will be for the replacement on the Q5. Now, what I'd really like to get in my next vehicle is something that is, again, fun to drive, decent fuel economy, something that's kind of exciting. I want to get something really boring or ordinary, and so I want to get something that's a little bit exciting. Obviously, because of the YouTube channel, I want to get something that's going to do well on the channel, that people are going to be excited to watch, so that's a motivating factor. And then of course I've got to get something that my wife's going to be happy with. So a few of the options that I'm considering right now, Audi Q7 is a natural option given how much we love the Q5. Really would enjoy getting another Audi and just having that third row seat and a little bit extra cargo space. So the Q7 is definitely a strong contender. As you guys know, the Tacoma is very popular on the channel, and I really love 4Runners, and so I think the 4Runner would really do well on the channel. It's also a really great vehicle. It's got that third row seat, and my wife's a big fan of 4Runners, so she'd love to have a 4Runner on the surface. What I'm concerned with is if she goes from a Q5 to a 4Runner, she's going to go from a very sporty, dynamic, smooth, quiet ride to something that's a little bit more truck-like, and I don't know if she's going to like that. So anyway, 4Runner is definitely a strong contender. The third row seat is not especially useful in the 4Runner, and then cargo spaces can be pretty limited too. So those are definitely some downsides, and it's hard to get the third row seat in the trim packages that I'd really ideally like to have on the 4Runner. So that's definitely a downside. The Toyota Sequoia is definitely an option, although I'd like to get something that gets decent fuel economy. It's rated at 13 in the city, 17 on the highway. Would be really painful to spend that much on gas. The nice thing is we do have the e-Golf as kind of the around town daily driver when the weather's decent, so the Sequoia wouldn't necessarily get as much use, but I like the fact that it's larger, it's got that third row seat, a lot of storage space, also has the ability to tow, which would be really nice, and that's something that I don't really like about the Tacoma. And so having something with a little more towing capacity would be a good thing. Highlander's been an option too. They've got the hybrid model, but my main issue with the Highlander is that it's not very exciting. I don't really like the way it looks. It's not bad, it's just not something that gets me really excited. So not sure on that one. There's definitely a few other options I'm kind of throwing around as well, but those are kind of the four main ones that I'm thinking about at the moment. Love to get your feedback in the comments below. If you think that there's something that would be really exciting for the channel, that would get good fuel economy, be fun to drive, a unique, exciting vehicle, throw those ideas in the comments below. I'll keep you updated as the sale of the Q5 progresses. For more car videos, subscribe to my channel. In the meantime, thanks for watching.